Good evening, Tony Vesters, for insight tonight at 9 with Tony Talks. And you can tell by the sound of my voice, it has been a day. So get your notes, your drink, and your vest, and just hold on tight because I'm trying to stay grounded. Did you see the epitome of what wrong looks like on a national stage? They let that go on for 4 quarters long. Let me get it correct. Kevin Stefanski does not like Dylan Gabriel. Ain't no way he likes Dylan Gabriel. He let Dylan Gabriel make a fool of himself for the first quarter, the second quarter. I at least thought he would allow Dylan Gabriel to get a rest and bring SHEDEUR in at least for 5 to 6 minutes in the third quarter. But they allowed Dylan Gabriel to get back on the field in the third quarter, the worst quarter of the game. First quarter, second quarter, it was bad. But the third quarter, that's when Dylan really got wrapped up and rolled up so many times. Like a black and mild. And they let that go on for the entirety of the game. What is the end game of this? What is the end game? Is that what they... I thought about the Cleveland Browns all weekend long because I at least thought it was going to be a change. Tommy Reese, hey, I love the flow of the game, even though, I know he got to work into, making up his plays and implementing his plays. He only had maybe a week and a half to implement those plays because they want to buy the week prior. So I did feel, in terms of energy-wise, the flow was a little bit better. It was, he tried to get something going, but Dylan limitations killed all expectations. Let me say it again. Dylan limitations killed all expectations of today. But I still thought, which is expected. I'm not mad at the norm and the expected behavior from the Cleveland Browns. I'm mad because they didn't pivot. I even know of people in London and Germany that was watching this game, and Cleveland Browns didn't even attempt to save face just by putting SHEDEUR out there just to break up the monotony of failure and mediocrity and pure BS. Is this what Cleveland has been dealing with for 40 plus years? Cleveland, please recommend the therapists that y'all been going through and the pharmaceutical medications and prescriptions that y'all actually been paying co-pays for, because this here, I've only been following y'all for I've only been following the Cleveland Browns for 9 to 10 weeks, 4 to 5 to 6 months, and my blood pressure is going up all the way down here in rural Georgia. Cleveland, please tell me how you do it. Dylan Gabriel sacked 6, 8, 9 times, whatever the case may be. It was definitely, this is his most sacked games. Out of all teams, the New York Jets was able to get the Dylan Gabriel more than the Pittsburgh Steelers, who they got to meet again. I think about 2 to 3 weeks. The Jets, which was a newly constructed team that is rebuilding after the trade, they even brought in new players and they beat up on the Cleveland Browns just like this. I told you this in another video about 72 hours ago. It didn't matter if the Jets brought in brand new players on both sides of the ball. They was gonna beat the Cleveland Browns, and they did beat the Cleveland Browns though. And don't let the score fool you, 20-27. The only way Cleveland got those points or was able to be semi successful on some of those drives, because it wasn't offense alone. The Jets was causing so many egregious Yes, that's the word of the night. Egregious. Egregious, egregious, egregious. The New York Jets was causing so many penalties on that side of the ball, it just kept giving Cleveland life. Really, the game should have been like 27-20 or 27-0. Cleveland, let's say I'm going to give them maybe 2 or 3 successful drives out of the game. No, I can't even do that because in the third quarter, even the commentator said they went 9 plays for only 30+ yards. And every attempt that they attempt to get positive yards, it turned into a negative play. Even the commissary was ripping Dillon Gabriel and the Cleveland Browns. Let me tell you what one commentary said at the beginning of the game. I promise you I didn't say this. I promise you I didn't say that. Let me get through all these 50 million thousand notepads. Because this right here, one of the commentaries said, I want to quote him perfectly. He said this was the worst open drive sequence start that he's seen for all of 2025. Let me repeat. One of the commentaries at the beginning of the game in the first quarter, after the first attempt, and Kevin Stefanski, let it go. We understand you're trying to stand on some type of principle that we don't understand. You're sinking quicker than a 1-ton elephant in quicksand, and you just Kevin Stefanski is so proud to go down with this ship. Kevin Stefanski needs to be evaluated on so many levels. If this is not narcissism at 101, I don't know what is. This is like a precursor to what narcissism looks like. This man is willing to go down. This man don't know what right looks like. Dillon Gabriel, even he was shaking his head in the second quarter on how bad he was playing. And Kevin Stefanski, I know I saw it. I'm going to go back and look at the highlights and try to repeat this game and get a screen recording of him even shaking his head on Dillon Gabriel overthrowing the ball to open wide receivers. 3 yards away, 5 yards away, lateral. He was throwing the ball to his wide receivers in a lateral motion and still was missing open receivers without any defenders in the area. And they still would not let shedeursanders touch that field. Not even to give Dillon a break. That's why I don't even think Kevin likes Dillon. See, Dillon Gabriel is a pawn in this whole entire Game of Thrones, because I can't think of nothing else. Game of Thrones, of this Monopoly game, because we're playing with fake money at this point. Kevin Stefanski's mission is not to make Dillon Gabriel what he's not. Kevin Stefanski's mission is to beat Shedeur, keep him down, for no holds bars, no matter what. Keep him down, keep him barred, keep him jailed up on the sideline. That is the real mission of playing Dillon Gabriel. We see what Dillon Gabriel does. I asked and I begged the question, what does it take Shedeur to get on the field? The only thing that hasn't happened, and I'm not wishing this on Dillon Gabriel or any NFL player, but I think in order for Kevin Stefanski to put shedeursanders on that field, Dillon Gabriel would have to be hurt. I'm not talking about Dillon Gabriel being able to play with a limp. I'm talking about Kevin Stefanski would rather see Dillon Gabriel get seriously hurt and injured before putting Shedeur on that field. I think even if Dillon goes on that field with one broken arm, one limp leg, one broken toe, Kevin would still usher him out there on that field just to hold shedeursanders back. It has to be, because the game has gotten worse. Even though Dillon threw for, the stats say 167 yards, I still think that stats was padded because I couldn't see it. He missed so many throws. So, I give him credit. The few times that he did hit some of his receivers. I think that's where the 160 yards coming from, because Dillon didn't hit the receivers that many times. So, in the few moments of glimpses of him ability to throw long range, which is only 0.00009%, because he averages only 4.9 yards. This is bad, Vesters. This is bad. This is bad. And Dillon Gabriel, he may be innocent too. No, he ain't innocent. I'm not gonna give him that. I'm not gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. But for him to think that he did something today, Dillon, this is crazy. But you know what, my Vesters, thank you so much. I'm looking at the clock. I'm ready to go outside and meet all my friends. I'm ready to go out and meet Taylor Port. I'm ready to go out Jack Daniels, Johnny Walker, Tito. I'm ready to go out and meet some cousins I never even met before. And all of us, including Tony and myself, we just get together and talk about what we saw today. Evan Williams, I forgot about him. He's a long distance cousin. Rose, I know her. She's away from around the way. I'm gonna have a conversation with her too, also on my back porch tonight. This is bad. I'm just gonna go out and water my plants in the dark, because it's daylight savings time, and water and talk to my plants, because there's nobody else to talk to. And they proud of this. The Cleveland Browns is proud of this. What, they're 2-7, 2-8. They got the Baltimore Ravens on schedule next week at home. Cleveland, if you hear me, if my voice ever gets to you, protest that game, or if you go and support that game, make sure you make a loud thunderous clap in those bleachers and those stands. Let Kevin Stefanski, Andrew Barry, Gisley Haslam, let them hear that clamor. Let them know you're not gonna take this no more. Y'all are for real the monkeys and the clowns of the NFL of all 32 teams. I'm gonna need some counseling after this. And I've only been a fan for 5 months. Let me go talk to my flowers. Let me go talk to my cousins on the porch. I got 5 and 6, 7 cups with each one, just ready to go and sample a buffet, a liqueur, and be a lady about it, because this ain't it. Investors, I will talk to y'all later. You have a good night. Sleep well. I'm just gonna hold a pillow tonight and just cry because this is bad. Good night, investors. And I'll talk to you on Monday morning, Monday afternoon, or Monday night, because I got you on my radar. And thank you so much for supporting this channel. Okay, I'm out.
Welcome, everyone. And this is the other Tony. And you're not going to believe what I found out today. So welcome to my domain.